Hi everybody and welcome to session 7. If you could get open the checklist, I'm going to go through the various things that we're going to want to do this module. One thing that will be posted that's not at the time of opening the module is a revised syllabus with all the assignments and the grade values, the point values that go with those assignments, with a new sort of range for how you get your A, B, C, D, and that kind of thing. So I'm going to put that into this introductory section of this module. So under where it says course plan, you'll probably see the revised syllabus posted just so that you have an update on how you earn an A, B, or C. Because if you've been kind of keeping up or paying attention, I've been removing assignments during the semester and writing a note at the bottom of the course plan about those assignments that were removed. And then that would, of course, have to I'd have to go in and adjust all the points. So now is the time for me to do that. That will be placed in the introduction section at the bottom. One of the things you want to do is the peer review of digital movies. You want to post or share your digital movie in some form or fashion if you can, and promote it. If you're not comfortable sharing it, at least make an initial post where you share with us what you did on your video. You, of course, wouldn't be able to get any feedback, but you can make an initial post where you at least told us what you did. But most of you are probably okay with sharing your video. If you could, then you're going to make an introductory post where on the discussion board where you share it, sort of promote it, see if you can entice some people to watch it. And then you're also going to review several of your classmates' videos. Just you're going to watch the video, give a little bit of feedback about it. The other big thing going on in this module is the final portfolio and the SWOT analysis. So the final portfolio is this wiki you've been working on the whole semester, and you've done most of the work by linking things in that wiki throughout the semester. Some of you have taken it a step further throughout the semester and you've actually reflected at the bottom of many of the pages. For example, at the bottom of the BYOT podcast page, there's a reflection section that asks you what you did and how you're going to be able to use this skill or this knowledge in your future setting. So for some of the pages that there are reflections, not all of them have reflections, but for the ones that do have reflections, you're going to want to make sure you complete that reflection. It doesn't have to be super lengthy. Concise is okay with me. So you're going to write the reflections there. On the home page of the course, you're going to write a paragraph about your philosophy of technology integration. You're going to finish up the tech explorations page where you get to go and find 10 types of technology and go explore them briefly and jot down notes about what you learned about them. And then there's a SWOT page. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So this is you reflecting briefly, bullet point style, on what your strengths are related to the use of technology in your future context, your weaknesses. Those are things inside of you. Strengths and weaknesses are inside of you. They're part of you, kind of. And then opportunities and threats are kind of like strengths and weaknesses, but they're in the outside world. So what are the opportunities in your sort of world, your context? What are the threats in the setting that you're going to be in or the setting that you are currently in? You can sort of interpret that how you want, however you think it's most useful. And so that's a quick reflection. It used to be that you write an essay type thing, but now you'll see that it's more bullet point style because we added TK20 into the mix this semester. We added that TK20 assessment. I thought let's shorten that SWOT analysis. So it's just a quick self-analysis. And then at the end of it, you set a few goals for, okay, so you've taken this 15-week class. We can get a lot done in this class, but at the same time, there's some pressure on you now to take responsibility for your own learning related to technology enhanced instruction or technology use as a speech language pathologist. And so what do you want to do next? Given what you've learned, given some of the problems you've seen and some of the opportunities you've seen this semester, maybe cool things you came across, given whatever is going on in your head, I want to know what's your next step. It doesn't have to be huge and grand. Maybe you set one goal for 2014. Maybe you set 3 goals for 2014. Just think about you, where you're at, how much time you have, what are your strengths and weaknesses, opportunities and threats, and then set a goal or 2 there at the end. And I do encourage you to set one that you think that you might be willing to work on. What else? Getting lost, looking at too many things here. All right, so we've talked about the peer review of digital movies. We've talked about the final portfolio and SWOT. The technology integration assessment in TK20. If you haven't finished that, please get that done. Just because your final portfolio is not completely finished at this point, it does not mean you're not ready for this. You are ready for this technology integration assessment. When I recommended to the teacher candidates that you use your final portfolio as evidence, that was final portfolio up to the midpoint is ready. So final portfolio being your wiki. So the things you've done in your wiki, the BYOT podcast, the teacher welcome video, all of those things, those are in your final portfolio. So when I told you to link up to that for your evidence, you're good. Even at the midpoint of the class, you've pretty much got what you need. Now for the unit plan modification, that's obviously past midpoint, but you want to make sure you finish that before you do the technology integration assessment. As I alluded to in the syllabus in the beginning of the semester, this TK20 assessment evidence is important to you for a number of reasons. One of them is because it takes what we do in this class and it makes it external and allows external accreditors, it allows our program, other members in my program that teach my program, faculty, to see what's going on, to see what it is that I'm saying is evidence of your success. So this is an important way to take what we do in this class and make it more transparent to other people, other stakeholders in the assessment process for figuring out, is what we're doing in this class, the right thing? Are we doing good things, and is this assessment providing evidence also? Is this a good assessment? So this was the first draft of it, and it will definitely change in the future. This was the first draft. So we make it more transparent. It's all good for the program. It's good for our external accreditors. It makes your program better to force me to be more thoughtful about what we're doing. So you just want to make sure, that's one reason it's important. The other thing I was going to say was it's important because if you don't do it, I'm forced to give you an incomplete in the class. I think in the syllabus I'd said you get an F, but I've talked to a few people to figure out what I'm supposed to do about this, and incomplete's more appropriate. But I hope you don't do that. That's extra paperwork for me, and really it's not a hard thing to do. If you have any questions about this TK20 assessment, please call me, and call me repeatedly. I don't always have my cell phone on my hip. I'm not like one of those tech people that walks around with my cell phone in a holster. I mean, sometimes it's not with me, but call repeatedly, leave messages, text me, email me. You're not bothering me. I want to help you make sure you get this assessment finished properly, because this is something that's important for you to finish. Finally, wrapping up in other areas, the OOPS Dropbox, if you're like, what is that thing? Go revisit the syllabus. Even the older version of the syllabus is totally up to date on what the OOPS is, okay? And you can go look in the syllabus. You can do a lot of work late, so if there's things that you didn't do in this class, I believe if I'm remembering my own policies correctly, I'll take anything in the class late, not discussions, but that's not even a big deal because we haven't done discussions. So I'll take pretty much anything you've done this semester. I'll take it late. May have to take points off, and that's all in the syllabus. So read the late policies in there. There's options, but it'll talk about the OOPS in there as well. I don't want to repeat it here for you. There's an extra credit for course survey acknowledgement. All this is saying is that you're aware that the course evaluations are going to be coming online. They're coming from UWG Online. They should come through your email. This is you saying, I'm aware that this is happening and that this is how I evaluate the course, how I give my input. So I hope that you guys will do that. I'm actually going to blast you to do that probably after Thanksgiving. You'll start seeing messages from me where I'm like telling you, please go to your course evaluations. I know personally for me as a student, I don't like to do my course evaluations until I finish all of my work. It's partly just because it's sort of like a linear to-do list. It's the last thing on my to-do list generally. So I'm not quite there yet, but after Thanksgiving, I'm going to start pushing you because it is important that you give me feedback on this class. All right, I will leave it at that for now. We've got a Thanksgiving break coming up next week in the middle of this final module, so I hope you guys enjoy that and that you're safe and that you just, eat a lot of food on Thanksgiving, a lot of turkey, and get a good nap, and I hope things go well for you on that day. All right, thanks.